Hi, Eileen back again. Right, this is video tutorial part 2. And this video tutorial will show you how I completed this card using a visible image DragonFly stamp and an alcohol ink background using alcohol lift ink technique. And you will find how I created the basic background in video tutorial part 1, which obviously is further down the line. So have a look at that, see how I completed the basic backgrounds, and then I'm moving on now to complete the card itself. Let's go then. So I have a background from this morning's session. And first thing that I'm going to do is that I'm adding archival inks in cornflower blue, rose madder and orange blossom, and a stencil from visible image, and it is a brick wall stencil. And it's hiding from me at the moment. There it is. So I'm just popping that onto my card. And which way up shall I have it? I think I'll have it this way, more or less in the middle. And I've got some Lavinia stamp stencil brushes here. So I'm going to start off with blue, and this is cornflower blue. And don't want to be too heavy-handed, so very lightly, just going over some of the bricks randomly. And then moving to orange blossom and another brush. Mingle in with the blue. Again, random. Don't want to be too heavy-handed. And then finally, pink brush and rose madder. Again, going into the blue. And also a bit over the top of the orange. Orange is a bit, oh yeah, it's a bit scary, that orange, so I need to tone it down a bit. All right, let's have a look. Oh yeah, in fact there's more brickwork than I really wanted, so I'm going to knock some of that back, and this is where the paint comes in. So I have, moving over a little bit, I have some Paper Artsy snowflake paint, which is chalk based, so it's great for stamping on, and you can use a lot of pens over this paint. So if you want to do any pen work, chances are with this paint you'll be able to. So I'm just spreading it out a bit, using an old credit card. Take some of it off. Just want to randomly, again, take out or distress some of this brickwork so it doesn't look too chunky. It's more random and arty. That's the word I'm looking for. Arty. Putting some white areas in using the paint here and there. Take out some of the colour. Make it look a bit more interesting with a few highlights, lowlights and different shapes. Move it around again. So it doesn't really matter what basic background you start with. You could alter it with stencils, stamps and paint to be whatever you want it to be. Right, so that should do. I'm just going to wipe down, get rid of some of the paint here, because I'll get in a mess otherwise. There we go. Check my fingers, they're covered in paint as well. Paint dries pretty quickly, but I'm still going to give it a blast with the heat gun. This is fun technique. I love this image that I'm going to stamp in a moment from visible image. But it's a fun background as well. We do loads of stuff on this. Right, stamping time. I have my Misty. Because it's such a detailed stamp, I think that I need to be careful with it. So instead of an acrylic block, I'm going to stamp using the stamp press. Just position it round about there, I think. Over the top of the brick wall. Gently does it. Some ink on it already. Not to worry. Archival black. If there's any resist in this paint, or indeed in the print itself with the alcohol inks and isopropyl, which I doubt, but if there is, black archival is the way to go. Because this paper is not very absorbent and the ink will need time to be absorbed, but it might not be absorbed at all, so archival again dries fast, or faster than others. Let's see how we go with this. So re-inked ink pad last night, so it should be good. Could do with one more impression. There's lots of detail there though, that looks great. Gentle tapping. Don't want to splay the image out by pressing the ink too heavily in the pad. See how we go with that. Fingers crossed it won't be double stamped. There we go. Yeah, that's good. Still not perfect, but it's better. My ink pad must have been very dry. Or there's a lot of resist from the paint there. Now that's more like it. But it doesn't matter, we still keep going. It's the beauty of a stamp press, isn't it? Let's keep going. Yeah, I got it now. Brilliant. That's lovely. Okay, I'm happy with that. Take that out. I'm going to clean my stamp off because I want to use it in a minute. Just giving it a quick rub with a dry cloth. Take that out. Now, because of the paint and the background, indeed, that ink is going to take a while to dry. I can see it glistening even now. So make sure you give it a good heat with the heat gun to dry it off. Going to see how much of the ink is still wet on that. Well, nothing according to this, so that's good. Let me try it again this way up. So it seems to have dried it. That's brilliant. There's a little bit of the image that is not opaque enough, but I can sort that with going to put a little bit of colour back in there with a black pigment ink pen, just to strengthen up the body there. Go. That needs blotting now. Yep. Oh, a bit more maybe. That's good. Right, I think we've cracked it. Now, where's my card? I need to see what I'm doing now. Okay, I've got some sparkle pens. I've got an orange one and a red one, so I need those two. And that's all I need, actually. So I'm going to fill in. And this is why you need the ink to be thoroughly dry, because as you use this pen, any ink that's wet will move underneath. Have another one there. Just random dots, that's all. And I'm not overdoing it, because I think this stamp is so beautiful. I don't really want to spoil it by taking your eye away. Right, so, right, I haven't finished with those circles, but first of all, taking my stamp, which should be now dry and clean, I'm going to pop it back over gently. Just lay it down gently, not pressing. And then I have Posca paint pens. And a ruler to whack them with. I don't want to go over the image, but I want some splatters all around the outside. So I'm being quite heavy-handed with this. So that was white. You can use any colours you like. Now I'm going to use some black, but not so much maybe. And lighter, yeah, not so heavy-handed. So the dots that come out are lighter. And these are 0.7 millimeters bullet-shaped tips. That'll do. I think I might go back and have some more white. It's a real blizzard. Yeah, dragonflies don't go in the snow though, do they? Okay, it's art, okay? Right, let's take this off. Beautiful. I'm going to do the final bits now. Just going to outline before I do anything else the card with a black Sharpie. You can use a ruler for this. We'll cover it with another piece of cardstock. Like so. Then I have the word dream to add. This is from the Dragonfly set, Dragonfly Dreams. Inked up there. I'm just going to pop that there. Down and up. Oh, that's good. So that's added a word as well, a bit more interest. And then finally, either use glossy accents if you want to. I'm going to use this Nouveau Crystal Glaze. And I'm just going to give these dots that colour that I've popped in. They look a bit, they're uneven. The colour is uneven. This should smooth out the colour tones underneath. When it dries, they will look totally different. They won't look as, you can see the pen marks, that's what I meant, it's a bit rough. So that is it. Just looking at my card again. Oh yes, that's good. So, display board. Okay. This is it's getting a bit raggedy now around the edges, this card. So that's my original. I have another, excuse me, I have a piece of cardstock that I have cut to 1 centimetre all the way round, different, to back this, and then I will use a card blank like this. I can give you the sizes actually, yes. So this original topper size is 13 by 17 centimetres. Then I went on to cut a layer and it was 15 by 17 centimetres. I'm going to pop that out because I want to go around the edges of this as well with my Sharpie. Just to give it an edge, make it pop. So it covers a display board in ink. Do I care? Nope. So I have the topper onto the next layer. Cover those bits of ink up quickly before you see them. And what did I say it was? 15 by 17 centimetres. No, I'm lying to you. It's 15 by 19 centimetres. So let's start again. This topper is 13 by 17 centimetres. Then it's 15 by 19 centimetres. Yeah. And then the whole card is 18.5 centimetres in width by 22.5 centimetres in length. And that is my card blank. 18.5 by 22.5 centimetres is the card blank. Right. Did we get there in the end? That was a bit of a struggle. That was a bit of a challenge. But yeah, we got there in the end. And I had fun. And I hope that you do too. Thank you so much. Don't forget to watch part 1. That will give you the background. Okay. Bye for now. I'll be back soon. Take care.